this opportunity to meet and discuss on subjects which are powerful for our lives and meditation. The subject of progress, I feel, is really powerful because it's a massive motivator. But it's interesting to think of the spiritual angle on this. And in a way, it is a paradox because the spiritual model shows that there is actually perfection, peace, and true love, and experience of freedom and lightness that's actually already there. But I guess you could say progress is to be becoming stable in it. But I think it's useful to examine our attitude and our feelings towards progress, because it is something which is underneath and driving our lives. And also just checking, is the progress actually taking me in the right direction? What is the quality of the progress in my life? And so I'm going to share a story with you, and hopefully sharing the image as well. It should come up on the screen. So this is a story, and the story is of a buffalo. In fact, hunters and a herd of buffalo. So in this story, the hunters have learned in their hunt not just to kill one, but 2 buffalo, and they felt this was progress. But after some time, they learned a technique to kill many buffalo at the same time. And they did this by learning they could drive them off the cliff, and they all perished. But this kind of progress led to the demise of this warrior clan because there were no buffaloes left. It wasn't a sustainable progress. But it's interesting to think in our own lives, what is the progress that may be pushing? It may appear to be like a gratification, but what does it actually lead to? And this simple story also gives some insight into the way that our larger society is. And interestingly, even the scientists say that our brains are instinctively going for short-term gains rather than the long-term consequences or benefits. So if we see something that instinctively we think we'd like to eat it, but it might have some long-term consequences, sometimes that temptation is just too much to resist. And so we have to also question sometimes our instinct for the drive to progress and to move forward. And that's where the meditation and the spiritual insight can come in. What is interesting is that we are motivated in 2 very different ways. And one of them can be that I'm motivated just like in a game, but the seed is of security. The seed is of playfulness. I already feel I have what I need. Then I'm motivated from enthusiasm and a sense of lightness. And that energy is also quite sustainable. Just like sport, we're happy to play quite hard. But also okay when we have to fall as well. Other motivator that pushes us is from insecurity, and that is a very different energy. It's my peace and my contentment and security, self-respect is based upon the outcome, and that is where the gratification, instant gratification might be a driver, because deep inside my basic need is not met, that I need that self-respect. I need that acknowledgement from others. So this is not progress for the soul, because it is like blocking this original experience. The spiritual model is that the original experience is that we are already spirits. Our spirit, soul is spirit, and that we are as if here as actors, and this image is showing like a spiritual dimension that is beyond the play shown on the right at the bottom. The play is a place of constant change, constant motion, variety, and play is great. We like to play. Children instinctively play. And to keep that spirit of play, we also have the backdrop of something larger, like a context, a bigger picture. So for the actor coming on the stage, acting in a play, then motivation, we can perform the best on the stage. The seed can be of security and lightness, sustainable energy. But if we lose that perspective, then the seed is of, I need something for my happiness. This is where the insecurity becomes serious. It is against our natural instinct to love. It is also unhealthy. It comes from emptiness. So we have to consider the security seed as something that we are reawakening in ourselves. And you could say this is the progress of the soul, is to become once again more stable in our original experience. We are players, we are actors. Everything is already there in this original experience. So for the next few minutes, maybe we could use this as a tool and an image that we can hold in the mind. So wherever you are, just acknowledging the experience, sitting and relaxing consciously the body, the shoulders, and acknowledging the environment. Accepting the world as it is, this amazing stage. Inside, I come back to the silence, this invisible actor. This actor intuitively knows unconditional peace. It's the presence of peace. The stage is not his main world. The actor has a reality, place of peace. The stage can be seen as small. This primary space, like a sky. We see the actor in that home environment. This is the home of all actors. It's very simple. They are these stars of peace. They don't even need the far distant stage. Their home is beyond the experience of time and change. Timeless. Change this world. The world is eternal and they are immortal. These actors have the best quality of life because they are 100% secure. They are not defined by the very temporary rules in the far distant stage. They have everything they need already. Go into many details of this life, this invisible actor. Peace that they feel, this eternal home, and love of the connection with all who are noble actors that love unconditional upon the temporary performance. Love is clean, unconditional for the actor. The sense of belonging, their own sweetness from innocence, since they are beyond any kind of harm. They also have an extra experience of the play. See that invisible presence, being, feeling that lightness. They visit the stage. They're temporarily there. They know that. Just like a game, they play their part. They're on the stage, they don't get confused when they are clear. At this time, they know the great help is to be in that sweet peace. They are connected easily to the bigger picture. Silently but powerfully, they remind others just through their way of being. Progress is not to change the theatre stage, to become awake to who they are beyond the stage and unconditional upon the stage. Thank you. It's interesting way to use the energy of progress. The key is the seed of security. So, and we all have both within, but to observe them and know can create the impressions through these short experiments of the seed of security, and it will naturally have a life and replace the insecure feelings and bring the best quality of life, original nature. Enjoy your day, enjoy the play. Thank you.